Hello everyone, and welcome to Portal 64, your gateway to the world of Remnant. I'm your host, David, and today we're reacting to RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 5, and I did not read the title. Let's just say it's Lighting the Flame Part 2, because that's the only episode title I've really remembered from this volume. But, last episode was really good, so I think it's going to be tough to follow up on this one. A lot of people have been saying it's not as good as the previous one, but consider this. Chapter 4 was amazing. It's going to be hard to follow up from that one. It's not going to be... I mean, especially with how they have the volume formatted, it's going to be like, okay, we're probably not going to see Weiss and Yang. It's probably going to go back to Blake. I don't think it showed Blake at all last volume. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm just going to give a shout out to a few things. If you want to follow my social links, check them out in the description below, like my Discord. I have a Facebook group, Twitter. Twitter and Discord are probably where I'm going to be most active. And then I also got a Patreon if you want to support that. And also, if you want to hear my thoughts on this episode, I have a RWBY podcast called Vitalcast. I've been doing it for over a year now. I started like August last year doing Vitalcast. But that's where I have all my discussions on the episodes. So if you want to check that out after this reaction, go ahead. And if you want, catch it live on Fridays, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And you could even be in the chat and put in your input, and we'll have a discussion. I really like it. Let's get this episode started. I got the episode links in the description below if you want to check it out, or the little iCard. And let's do this. I am ready. Okay, yeah, this looks like Menagerie. I know I pronounced that weird. Also, can I say, Sun so far done a lot better than he did in Volume 4.
Are you ready?
He's earned back his brownie points.
Giant monsters and robots more than once. I think I can handle getting a few signatures.
I don't know. So, well, he's a people person. Aw, she's looking at him endearingly. Okay, so I'm guessing they're recruiting people.
Your people need you.
For
Please join the fight and help us save Haven Academy.
Wait a second. I think someone spoiled their reaction for me. Okay, they're not reacting too well.
Me? We'd love to have someone with your skills on our side.
Mata,
Are you sure it wasn't just the horns?
get back inside.
What?
You're not going.
Oh, is he a miner? Holy crap, he's tall. No one's signing on. Hey, it's the Finn girl again. Anyone? Dude, you gotta do a little bit of advertising, like, come on, let's go help the humans in Haven. Well, it's not just Hey, I'm cutting this tree here! Get off. Oh, hey! They are swimming. Come on, like, there's more than just humans in Haven. There's faunus there. Okay, random question. If there are fish faunus with fish fins, could there technically be mermaid faunus?
I don't get it. How can they just sit around and do nothing with the White Fang getting ready to attack?
Because not everyone
Because
is
they
like
probably
you and
side
me.
with the White Fang.
The faunus here in Menagerie, the ones that weren't born on the island, moved here because they were tired of fighting, of having to struggle constantly. Menagerie is filled with people that just want to be left alone. And here we are asking them to put the rest of the world before themselves.
But you also said in Volume 4 that this island
The problem
was
is,
just, like,
whatever happens
undesirable
in Haven is
land
going
given
affect
to them as
whether
well.
they like it or not. If Adam gets his way and Haven falls, it's only going to make things worse for the faunus. Everywhere.
They could still fight up against that.
He's the guy you used to work with?
So your
Yes.
ex.
Sorry, forget I brought it up.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
it's okay.
It is tough learning a girl's
Have
backstory.
you ever met someone and thought to yourself, they are the personification of this word?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I remember getting to know Ruby and thinking, this girl is the embodiment of purity.
Yeah.
After a while,
She
I
nailed
saw
that.
Weiss was defiance, and Yang was strength.
Yeah.
What am I?
This fit really well.
Jury's still out on that one. But I'm leaning towards Ernest.
That's nice. Yeah, dude, Sun's character's being
First
done a
I thought
lot
Adam
more,
was
a lot
justice.
better.
Then I thought he was passion. But over time, I realized I was wrong. He wasn't any of those
What?
things. He was spite. Not hatred.
That
not
makes
rage.
sense.
Spite. He won't
That makes
accept
some
equality. Only suffering for what he feels the world did to him. And his way of thinking is dangerously contagious.
Oof. Yeah, it
That's
is
what
very
worries me about
easy to
Ilya.
get like negativity
She's
around
not
than
like Adam.
positivity.
Not yet, at least. But I don't know how long that will last.
She was your friend, huh?
She was. Her chameleon traits meant she could pass as human.
Yeah,
She could have lived a normal life if she wanted.
she's pretty
But she
much
didn't. I always admired
very
that.
symbolic of like how a bisexual could be.
She lost her family in a mining accident when she was young, and she joined the White Fang. Like me, she was more or less trained on the road alongside other faunus. She learned to survive, to defend herself. But as people like Sienna and Adam
Oh my
started to gain a
gosh.
following, she became more dangerous.
Physics in that drink.
I guess I did too.
Okay. Yeah, but Blake, you at least
My parents
wisened
tried to
up.
get me
Give
to leave
yourself
with
some
them,
credit.
but I refused. I had Adam and Ilya, after all.
You know we're going to have
Yeah.
to face her eventually.
I know.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do?
Oh, now it's doing Morning
I'm
Follows
going to
Night.
try and help her the way you helped me.
Yeah.
You showed me that sometimes you need to be there for a friend, even when they don't want you to be.
Yeah.
I was drowning in guilt and fear. I tried to push you away, but you didn't give up on me. And
Yeah.
I can't give up on Ilya.
As much as I
About time I
criticized
saved
Sun
my
on
friends for
that
once.
throughout Volume 4, I do resonate with that quite a lot. Like, I do respect that. It was just the needless eavesdropping. That was the part that bothered me. Oh no, are we gonna have two back-to-back shipping moments?
Yeah.
Showing her hand.
Sounds good.
She's not doing a fist. Take that, Arnold.
Anyway,
Try to meme that hand, I dare ya.
You've never fought before?
just the occasional small grim. Nothing like this, though.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
You
are there
look
like
a
little
natural.
rabbit or groundhog grim that bother your
Only had this
farm?
cane for a few weeks, but I feel like I've had it for a lifetime. Longer,
Ah.
even.
Kind of like how when they find the next avatar, they present items from his previous
Yeah,
life.
just a little. But at this pace, you'll be combat ready in no time.
Penny.
Well, I'll see you upstairs.
How do you handle all
No,
of
no,
this?
no. Come on,
What do you mean?
Ruby, you gotta face what you don't like. Come on, open up about Penny or something.
Scared. I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life. Than I ever thought was possible. I always knew that I wanted to be more than a farm
Yeah.
hand, but this? Who would ask for this?
Nobody. I mean, I guess there are certain people that would ask for it. Like, in a way, Ruby asked for it, but she, I guess, as the first theme put it, you want a
We all went to Beacon
fairy
because we
tale,
wanted
life
to
of
help
full
you.
love and charm, but it's not
But you're right.
always the case.
None of us asked for this either. We just
Yeah.
have to press on and
How
hope.
can you be so confident?
She's gonna say,
We
keep
tried to
moving
kill
forward,
you.
wasn't she?
The world's about to go to war all over again. How are you okay with any of this?
She's not. She's not. That's why she's acting on it.
When Beacon
She's
fell,
fighting to...
I lost two of my friends, Penny Polandina and Pira Nikos. I didn't know them for very long, but that doesn't change
They were
the fact that they
close.
were two of the most kind-hearted people I'd ever met. But that didn't save them. Pira
I'm
thought
sorry,
that
Ruby.
if there was even the smallest chance of helping someone, that it was a chance worth taking.
It is. It
Because
is.
of that, she died fighting a battle she knew she couldn't win.
But,
And Penny was killed
yeah,
just to make a statement.
Ruby, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
It's
I
rough.
am scared. But not just for me. What happened at Beacon shows that Salem doesn't care if you're standing against her or not.
She
She'll
will
kill
go.
anybody. And that scares me most of all.
Yeah.
Penny. I'd be lying if I said that it didn't hurt. But I didn't think about them every day since I lost them.
This is the scene we've
wish I had
needed
spent more
since
time
Volume
with them.
3.
If it had been me instead, I know they would have kept fighting too. No matter how dangerous it was.
That's
So that's
what
what I
friends
choose
do.
to do.
Jinx.
To keep moving forward.
Ah, she said it. She said it. Ah.
Come on. If we don't hurry, Nora's gonna eat everything. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, definitely not the last either.
Hey, Oscar. This isn't gonna be easy. But the
No.
fact that you're even trying says a lot about you.
Yeah,
You're braver than you think.
stronger than you know. I think that was referencing a Christopher Robin quote
She really is remarkable, isn't
in Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. She must have been one of the best huntresses at Beacon, huh?
she? In some ways, yes. But in many others, no.
Ozpin
She
being
has quirks,
a
her
weird
faults,
wingman.
just like everyone else.
She's
She
not
also
perfect.
possesses something unquantifiable, a spark that can inspire others even in the darkest of times.
Yep.
This must be
I feel
really
like that was a
hard
reference to
do.
Dumbledore in Prisoner of
It
Azkaban.
most assuredly is.
Yeah. Message end.
Your thoughts?
Ooh. This is back
Are of
to
no significance. If this is how High Leader Taurus wishes to proceed,
this voice
then
sounds
we
so
shall make it
familiar.
so.
Of course, brother. Still.
Because we heard one of them talk in Volume 4, but not the other.
Sister Ilya, thank you for meeting with us.
How may I be of assistance?
Ilya!
Stand.
You're like pre-Phantom Thief Makoto right now, and I don't
What
like
is
it.
We finally received a message from the Mistral Brotherhood. The operation was a success.
You mean
Adams
murdering
Morris has claimed
Sienna
his place as the High Leader of the White Fang.
You're gonna tell her how?
And Sienna?
Buried with honor. The other branches of the family have been given the story that was agreed upon.
A necessary sacrifice. We won't forget everything she did for us.
No!
Indeed.
No!
Unity and understanding in regard
Ilya, I want to like you.
appreciated.
Sorry,
And it is
bumped the
why we
mouse.
summoned you here this evening.
The White Fang is experiencing a transitional period.
Growth requires change.
Yeah.
And change can be painful.
Yeah.
If it's for the betterment
She's
of
been
the
through
farmers,
puberty,
then
I believe. We all
it's a
know
pain
how it
we can
is.
endure. What's our next mission?
No.
Containment. With the CCT tower still inoperable, we have the luxury of control over the flow of information.
News of Adam's ascension has yet to
No.
reach Menagerie.
No.
When it does, the citizens of Kuokawana will undoubtedly react poorly now that the chieftain has spoken out against us.
Well,
It's my fault
Should
that
have.
Belladonna's had any ground to stand on.
Do not
No.
concern yourself with past failure.
why was I about to defend her?
Focus on the
I was about to be like, don't blame yourself, but she's...
What do you need me to do?
The Belladonnas are the only remaining threat to Adam's assault on Haven Academy.
No.
So,
No,
they
I
must
don't like
be
this.
silenced.
No, you be silenced. You shut up. You didn't talk most of Volume 4.
Silenced?
Like
Okay, she's
fear,
hesitating.
They stand in the way of true progress for our people.
It's
We
really
would never put
progress.
such a burden on you alone, of course.
No.
Your brothers and sisters will be at your side.
No. Oh, they're just
Your
putting her in
relationship
charge.
with their daughter makes you an integral part of this operation.
No. They're gonna use her as bait?
We know how close you were with young Blake.
No.
Rest assured, High Leader Taurus has requested she be taken alive, but we cannot risk having her present to defend
Adam!
But
No.
the people of Menagerie.
We'll come to understand what happens to those who speak out against the White Fang.
No.
And we'll be left without a leader until our victory is complete.
You know what? I hope this bloody plan bites you guys in the ass. Like, if you do succeed in hurting any of the Belladonnas or kidnapping Blake, I hope the Faunus and Menagerie will come to Haven's aid and see that you just proved the Belladonna's correct. You dickheads.
She's right to worry about the citizens. It's possible they may come to see Gira as a martyr.
Yeah.
It is a risk.
Yeah, as they should.
For our High Leader.
Yeah, you guys are idiots.
I will not allow them to
Oh,
ruin
Star
this.
Wars.
The Belladonna name has brought me nothing but grief.
Nothing but grief ever since Blake broke up with
Done
me.
well in finding the deserter. Bring her to me alive. But not before you've slaughtered her family. I have a promise
No.
to keep.
No. No.
He seems unwell.
He carries with him a tremendous burden.
Ugh.
Are we sure he is the one to lead us?
He's definitely a Darth Vader type
We must
character.
do what is best for the Faunus.
Except for I don't think he'll be redeemable like Darth Vader.
Yes.
Please tell me Ilio's
Brother
eavesdropping.
Yuma. Did you see Tagira's messenger?
Yuma.
He rests beneath the waves, along with his warning.
What?
Then all is well.
No. So Gira's message can't reach out to the mainland? Urgh. I hate Adam. You know, it's episodes like this of like why I'm very conflicted. Like, it's like, oh, Adam has a nice costume, and people are like, oh, you should cosplay Adam. But he just goes so much against of like who I at least believe I am as a person. Like, he's abusive, manipulative, spiteful, as Blake has said in this episode. Gosh, like, just wants to... Such a pain in the butt. And I apologize, I let myself loose a little bit because of the anger against these guys. Like, Ilya, I really want to trust that she'll, when it comes down to the moment, she will pick a side. Like, hopefully right now she's not showing her, like, her true colors, or she doesn't really, or she's starting to question her beliefs. She believes in the cause for now, but maybe with the question of what about it hurting or even killing the people I care about, do I then still believe this cause? I hope it's enough for her to say, no, I now see what's wrong with this cause and this way of doing things. I'm going to side with the Belladonnas and help them do it the correct way that will have the least amount of people hurt and have things done correctly to have true equality, not ruling over the humans or payback. Honestly, the Belladonnas are being the better people. Not just like, oh, well, because they're the protagonists of the series, but they're being the better people. And it takes a very strong person to not lash out and go for revenge, but instead to get something better and healthier. Like, I think it's definitely like a weaker course to go the way Adam is going and say, hey, they hurt me, I'm gonna go get payback. They're gonna wish they never did that to me. Whereas the Belladonnas are kind of trying to go for revenge, just kind of goes in a circle. Once you get your payback, then the other side's going to want theirs, and then you're going to want your payback, and it just kind of continues. You got to be the better person to break that cycle and be like, you know what, you hurt me, but it ends there. Like, we're going to move forward and do something else, and hopefully they will be able to succeed. Their messenger, rest his soul in the sea. Like, there's just so much conflict there. But then, also, I don't know why people are saying this episode wasn't as good, because it was so good with, like, forwarding plot and, like, actually giving us some character development in Ruby Rose, the character who arguably has had the least amount of character development since the very beginning of the series, and it focuses on her. But, come on. My mom just called me and I hung up on her. But sorry, Mom, I'm YouTubing right now. I'm very glad to see her open up on, like, the things that we want to know about her, but she hasn't talked about it. And I'm really glad that when Lindsay Jones talked about this at RTX 17, like, people are saying, hey, you know, like, Ruby's just kind of having this, like, Ruby's gone through a lot. Why is she not opening up about pain? Why does it look like she's just carrying on? And Lindsay said that Ruby just kind of has a happy-go-lucky kind of personality, or like I don't even think that was the right phrase, or the phrase that Lindsay used. She feels pain, but she doesn't open up about it, and Lindsay Jones said, we will be seeing some of that catch up to her. We will be seeing her open up a bit about that in Volume 5, which, thank goodness, that actually happened, and it wasn't just, like, a voice actor saying, like, this is what they would like to see in their character, and then the writers had other plans. I'm really glad to see that Ruby's like, yeah, like, it may look like I'm okay with all this, but I'm not. Like, I've been very much hurt from this, and I'm scared for my life, but I'm gonna do something about it, because if I don't do anything about it, then things are just gonna get much, much worse than if no one does anything. And, man, like, I just believe so much in, like, what she was saying in that, and, like, you know, it, like, she tried to say, you gotta keep moving forward, and then Oscar cuts her off, and he's obviously panicking, because his life's been flipped upside down, and so much more, and it's like, yeah, very understandably so, Oscar has no experience in any of this, and he's being thrown right on the front line, almost, and he's not even sure if he knows what the cause is, or what he's fighting for, and it's like, I could very well die in this. I don't know what I'm doing. And he's supposed to be, like, a key piece in all of this. So he has so much pressure. It went from, like, yeah, just a normal day on the farm to I'm hearing voices to, well, apparently I'm a key piece in a war that's about to happen. Like, very understandably so. He's just freaking out. And I'm glad Ruby opened up about Penny and, like, Pyrrha, and I totally understand that, like, sometimes you say something that reminds you of someone that's not in your life anymore, and it just kind of, like, that hurts, and then you kind of have to face that for a bit, and, like, that really hit her when she said combat ready. And obviously her new outfit is kind of based off of Penny, in remembrance of Penny, in tribute to Penny, and it is just like, yeah, I've, like, it's tough when you remember the good times and know that you're not going to have something like that happen again. She's never going to hear Penny say, I'm combat ready, or salutations ever again. And then like, with Sun, like, and Blake, like, how they were talking, and, like, Blake was like, yeah, you, like, even though I didn't want it, you fought to be by my side and make sure I was okay, and I really appreciate that. And I was like, yes, 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 I believe in that. In Volume 4, I was really irked by eavesdropping and breaking of personal property. And just a little bit by following her onto a boat. I feel like if she knew a little bit ahead of time, and then he just kind of kept persisting, I maybe would have felt a little better about that. But now seeing, like, how his character's being done better, and his writing is being done a lot better, I'm like, yeah, this feels more like Sun from Volume 1 through 3. Volume 4 Sun just didn't feel entirely like Sun to me. I know, unpopular opinion. People are gonna give me crap for that. Yeah, I very much believe in that, and, like, always being there for your friend and helping them. I've been kind of dealing with a mix of what Ruby said and a mix between what Sun has kind of said and, like, what Blake said about Sun. For me, for the last several months, it's just been like, you know, I want to, you know, still talk to a friend or help a friend out, but it's like, I know that friend has gone through hard times, and, like, sometimes they're very hard on themselves, and, like, I want to be there to help support them, and obviously I miss the good times with them, and, like, it's just kind of weird to, like, think back on it, and, like, part of me is like, man, I really, like, there's, like, a bit of Sun in me where it's like, yeah, I want to go, like, try to do this and help back, but it's like, I can't do that because I made a promise, and it's like, well, what if you're just doing that because so-and-so's just being hard on themselves and did this so they could just further be hard on themselves and kick you out of their life, and you're like, well, that sounds rational, that sounds like something they would do, but that's not what, yeah, and so it's like, great, where's my battlefield for this friend? Is it here to restrain myself from going out and helping them, or is it actually being by their side? And like, honestly, yeah, it's a weird situation. This episode just like hit a lot of things that my mind's been thinking on a lot, and it's just like, oh man, like it's just another reason why I love RWBY, and like how like I could relate to so many of these characters, and like I know a lot of you guys could relate to a lot of these characters. RWBY's just very good with characters and like having people you can like and relate to. Like there's a lot of anime where it's like I like one character, but everyone else I can't relate to at all. Or even if I like the main character or this character, I still can't relate to them. And RWBY is very good at just like, hey, here's a bunch of characters, and you'll relate to them somehow, some way, even though they're completely different personality-wise and all this to you. So, anyway, that's my long tangent about this episode. I need to hurry and get it edited so I could get it out on time, but I've been working outside of work a lot at a studio, so who knows. Anyway, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and I will boop you next time.